What's up guys, Austin Kozad. Here today we are testing the 2025 linkage and the 2024 linkage on the Yamaha. Been kind of wanting to do this for a while. I really enjoy testing and testing the bikes, seeing what I like, and it's kind of been fun for me. I am going to hit some outdoor nationals this summer, so right now I'm just trying to figure out which one I want to ride. This Supercross season I actually reverted back to the 2024 linkage on my 2025 bike. I'm not sure if it was because I liked it better or if it was because I did pre-season testing on the 24. So for the outdoors, I don't really have a base setting, so on the 2024 or anything. So right now I'm testing both, seeing what I like better. So while I'm doing this, I want to make a video and put it out there, and maybe this can help you guys a little bit. I got these Georgia gnats all on my face, so but yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Thanks to my wife for videoing this with me, and yeah, let's get started. So just to get started here, suspension is done by Enzo. So yeah, super good there, helping me out. Craig Decker there, super good with suspension. So forks are at the same base settings right now. Really try to just go off the paper and keep it there. I've kind of learned the more you go off of the settings on the paper where Enzo wants it, usually not good, or you might need another setting. So the 2024 is about, we started at 100 sag kind of on both. Right now though, just going off of feel, we checked it and 101, 102 on the 2024 linkage, and 100 on the 25. This is kind of what felt good, so we checked it this morning. That's where we were at. So 2025 though does have a lighter spring for the linkage, so that's really the only difference there. So yeah, everything's pretty much the same, so we're going to see what's better. Alright, so we're starting on the 24 linkage now. My 25 race bike actually has the 24 linkage on it, which is what I'm riding now, and my 24 practice bike has the 25 linkage. So if I get confused talking about it, that's kind of why. But yeah, we're starting on the 24 linkage right now. Alright, just got done with the 24. Gonna get on the 25 now, and then maybe make a few adjustments in a little bit. Alright guys, so first impressions on riding the bike together back to back in the same day. Kind of surprised. I like the 25, I think. I've been riding both a little bit. It's not in the same day. I got on the 24 this week, the 24 linkage. So I wasn't sure. But yeah, kind of what I was thinking. The 25 just seems to settle through the corners like the whole way. Like it's easier to turn. Once you get into the corner, you can just kind of like flow through. That's the biggest takeaway right now. The 24 just, right now it's like, it seems like it's a little twitchy. There's a certain spot on the track that kind of has a little swap and like a little turning section, and the front end kind of twitches and then the back follows. It's like kind of weird. And the biggest thing is the 24, I just always have trouble getting it to stay through the corner, and I just high side all the time. That was some of my issues with Supercross, and then I went to a stiffer shock and it helped. But yeah, I'm still getting that feeling, so we're going to go back out now. I actually went softer on the forks on rebound and compression because I was actually too stiffer from the other day. So we're going to try that and see if it changes anything. All right, guys, that was second time on the 24 linkage. We're gonna go back out on the 25 now. Still didn't really like the 24, to be honest. It was I don't know. It's the front end is just really twitchy, and it feels like the sag's really high, and it's kind of oversteering a little, but it's lower than this, so it's just difference of the bikes. My forks are at like 1 mil or like half mil, so I really don't want to go to flush, but I could try that. But we'll go on the 25 now and see how she feels with the fork change. All right, so yeah, really quick recap on the second time out there on both bikes. We went, like I said, too softer on compression and rebound on the forks, which are kind of base settings for it. But it's better, stiffer in the sand and stuff, so we're gonna go back to that. The only thing we're gonna change is we went a little bit lower on the sag on the 24, just because it feels a little out of balance. I'm getting that high side like I was saying. And then also like some of these sand turns that are kind of like a sweeper, it just wants to crawl out of the berm. I don't know why. And then if I'm setting up to it, it's kind of wanting a knife. So we're going to see if that helps. That'll probably be the last thing we'll try. And like I said, we're back stiffer on both on the forks, so we'll see how that is for both. And yeah, see how there. All right, so that 24 linkage right there, I went lower on the sag, and I'm amazed, but it's like a different motorcycle. Went back stiffer on the forks, where I started the day. Pretty impressed. Not exactly sure where the sag is because it's hot right now, but went a little bit lower, and it's a different motorcycle, so we're gonna jump on the 25 again really quick, just with that fork change back, and we're gonna end on that. What's going on, guys? Just wanted to make a recap for the end of the video here. I just kind of what I ended up on that day, and I think I actually spent another day on these two bikes after I made these videos. So nothing changed too much, but I did end up picking the 25 linkage, and for the nationals I'm going to be doing, just the word that I keep hearing is it's more consistent, and that's kind of the word that keeps coming up in my mind testing these two bikes. The 25 is just more consistent. Go over a couple notes on both linkages. So the 24, I started about 101, 102 on the sag. I think I started at 101 before that too, but I kind of just gradually started going down to like 103 is where I'm at. I believe 103 is where my dad likes it as well, and I think I was 103 last year on the 24 when I just purchased the bike, and I went to Budds Creek and rode on a stock suspension. 103 I think was about the ticket there. But yeah, as I went lower on the sag, Higher sag was just a little oversteering, slightly, a little bit of like twitchiness, and 103 it's a little bit like that, but in my experience, if I go lower, it's not good. So it's kind of just finding that happy medium. Hard to stay straight in a straight line down there. Was a couple lines on the track. There was some long ruts going through, and the 24 is just harder to stay steady through there. Kind of wants to crawl out a little. It's just the 25 was just easier to just go in a straight line, honestly, in the ruts. On the 24, if you go a little bit too high on the sag, it wants to high side a little mid to the end of the corner. Just kind of wants to high side. That's kind of what I was dealing with in Supercross some too. I don't know if I completely got rid of that, honestly, even at 103 sag. But also on the sweeping turns as well. So like, say there's like a sweeping sand turn with just kind of some rollers in it just from being rough. Just feels like the bike just kind of wants to go straight a little bit more. It's harder to turn. Inconsistent, you know, like what we're saying. As far as the 25 goes, I started 100 sag on there, and I stayed there. I'm still at 100 sag. I even know I'm hearing some people are going higher than that, which is kind of crazy to hear, especially on an outdoor track. But these Yamahas is kind of how you have to set them up, believe it or not. So fork height on both bikes, I think I about 1/2 mil, maybe 1 mil, but I think 1/2 mil, almost flush. That's kind of my comfort zone there. The forks feel really good moving at that position. So as I've said, 25 is just more consistent. I have so much more confidence, I feel like, going through the corners. Sand turn, sand rut, whatever rut it is, when I'm leaning in, it just feels like the rear end just stays where it's at. So it's way easier to be more consistent through the turn. 25 just turns a lot better. One thing I noticed too, last thing I'll mention is, so yeah, just 25 is a lot better to me, turns a lot better. It's a lot easier, you know, if you're kind of on the gas, off the gas, kind of like coming into a corner, whether it's a sweeping corner or anything like that. 24 just kind of has a little bit of a twitchiness, a little unsteady feeling. 25 is just easier to get there in and out, I feel like. I feel like after a while you would kind of probably carry a little bit more momentum, I feel like, into the corner. But if you guys have any questions, hopefully, you know, this made sense and, you know, it was fun making this. But if you guys have any questions, just don't hesitate to reach out, comment below or anything, and I love to answer them. If you guys have any questions on sag, fork height, anything, just let me know, and we'll see you guys out on the track.